My name is Peter, and this is my album cover project video. Before introducing the album design, let me briefly introduce the group. Extraordinary Heroes is a 6-member band under JYP Entertainment. Their name, which means extraordinary heroes, conveys the message that anyone can be hero. They stand out with a powerful rock sound and unique musical style. And their target audience is mainly teens to young adults in their 20s. Researching and gathering information about the group has helped guide the design direction I wanted to pursue for their album. Before designing the album cover, I decided to create a logo which can represent the group, although it's not required in the task sheet. I believe that designing a logo for the group and incorporating it into the album, poster, and bindi can definitely increase the overall quality of the final output. I started by researching their official logo. Analyzing their logo helps understand the concept, what the group aims to convey. This research not only helps in designing their logo, but also provides insights into their color and aesthetic preferences, which will be valuable for the album, poster, and bindi design. After listing various official logos from my research, I selected the one that stood out the most. The logo on the right side was my choice as it feels simple yet trendy, aligning well with the need of the younger generation. I began sketching logo ideas using Procreate, aiming for simplicity with a black and white color blend. The video on the left side shows the digital logo draft, and the image on the right side is a second version draft, which is drawn on a paper. That is giving a better sense of how the logo might look like in real life. After drafting on paper, I finalized the logo using digital tools. The logo is designed to clearly feature the initials X and H from their group name, ensuring that the intent is easy for everyone to recognize. I chose Live Rock album by Extraordinary Heroes as the album to design. To understand the message behind the album, I conducted research. This album conveys a strong desire for freedom and the will to break through limits. Through this exploring the album's message, I gained more clear ideas about the concepts and colors to use in my design. I started by analyzing the lyrics of the Break the Break, one of the main songs in the album. For example, phrases like I want some more align with the album's theme of the desire of freedom and pushing past limits. This analysis helped me find connections between the album's theme and the messages in each song. This understanding guided me in refining the ideas of emotions to include in the album cover and poster designs, making them more aligned with the album's essence. I also started by researching and gathering all albums from this group to better understand their discography. I then analyzed the unique features and main characteristics of each album to grasp the messages and moods that Extraordinary Heroes aimed to convey with each release. This analysis also helped me redefine the direction for the album design, making more aligned with the group's artistic vision. Next, I placed all the albums side by side on one screen to analyze the common features that stand out. During this process, I focused on identifying the shared design elements, color themes, and key concepts that enhance the group's identity. This analysis was very helpful in creating visual consistency and alignment in the design of the album, which I'm working on. I began organizing the colors used across different options. By analyzing multiple albums, I realized that the harmony and the expressiveness of colors are key elements in the design. Based on this insight, I decided to make color uses a center guideline for my own iteration of the album design. I aimed to include at least 3 distinctive features from Extraordinary Heroes' previous albums in each iteration. This approach ensures that the album I design naturally aligns with their past album works, creating similar and cohesive look. In the first iteration, I focused on using a bright toned white and black color scheme, which is based on my previous album research. Also, I incorporated the bright atmosphere of the first album, images of all members from the second and third albums, and the use of purple and pink from the third album. This way, the design reflects key elements from their existing style. To highlight the bright and cute concept, I added crown-like illustrations to the back of the album to maintain the consistency in the theme. On the front, I used the silhouettes of the members, where each member's hair color symbolizes the individual personality and traits. By using colors this way, I was able to express each member's uniqueness while ensuring both cohesion and originality in the album design. In the second iteration, I focused on using red, yellow, and black colors. For this design, I incorporated the intense use of red from the first album, the horror-inspired vibe from the second album, and the lock details from the third album. In iteration 2, I focused on the album's message of a desire for freedom. The tangled chains on the back cover symbolize the challenges they need to overcome to achieve that freedom. Additionally, the unlocked padlock on the front cover represents that they are heading in the right direction and they are almost at their destination. In this third iteration, I used a concept which is similar to the second one. I also emphasized a intense red from the first album, combined the horror mood and liquid flow details from the second album, and added the sense of movement and energy from the third album. Through these elements, I aimed to convey themes of freedom and struggle, creating a bold and energetic design. In this iteration, rather than focusing on the desire for freedom, I aimed to convey a message of moving forward and growth. This design concept draws from the Break the Break theme. On the front cover, the broken wine glass can be seen as two parts. The glass on the right side is still intact, holding liquid, which symbolizes our blood, sweat, and hard work. From these efforts, a flower blooms, representing meaningful achievement. On the left side, the glass is fully shattered and symbolizing the final breakthrough, where all of our efforts emerge as visible results. For the back cover, I maintained the consistency with the front concept by using a broken window instead of wine glass. After so much consideration, I decided to focus on the third iteration for the final design. This choice was made because the third iteration best captures the deeper meaning of the album and aligns well with the themes of each song. It also reflects the album's inner message and provides a concept that harmonizes with the music overtone. With the logo design, album research, and iteration work are complete. So I moved on to creating the final album cover design based on this selected iteration. To create a dynamic and realistic image of shared wine, I used a digital illustration tool, which is Procreate. I drew the wine grass, adding flowing liquid, shared grass pieces, and lightning effect to convey a sense of movement and energy. After that, I used Photoshop to create a background image by creating a pattern from photos I had taken before, specifically a photo which is taken in alley. This alley photo, along with street art images, helped to strengthen the mood I wanted for my album design. To create a dynamic and overflowing effect, I layered the wine glass image several times in almost the same position by achieving a realistic look of movement. And also I added a flower on the right side of the wine glass. This is my final front album cover design. I also layered multiple texts above to enhance the energetic, unified feel of the design. In this work, I harmoniously combined digital photograph techniques with digital illustration methods to create the final result. I began work on the back cover since I focused heavily on digital tools. For the front cover, I wanted the back cover to have a more analog and handmade feel. First, I used Procreate to draw broken glass in a highly realistic style. I decided to create the background by hand to achieve the look of shared grass. I needed a rough and realistic texture. I accomplished this by gluing two pieces of paper together and then peeling them apart, which naturally created a tone and rugged surface. This technique produced a unique texture that is hard to replicate digitally. After that, I used a sharp tool like scissors to scratch the surface, adding even more love and more realistic feel. After completing the work, I scanned the final piece and used Photoshop to adjust the brightness and colors, creating a polished final result. And I combined the first digital design with the second handcrafted piece to create a more refined final result. I will now go through the Vimlet creation process and showcase the final results. Since I felt there was too much detail in the album cover, I focused on creating a simpler design for the Vimlet. I took the background pattern from the front cover and changed it into a new version. Then I added just the logo, leaving only the essential elements for a clean and simple look. I made both a color and a black and white version, showing two distinct styles without needing extra detail. After completing all tasks, which is album cover design and limit design, I moved on to designing poster design for promotion of the album. To maintain a cohesive look with my previous work, I used the same background image from the front cover and bent it to create the poster background image. Additionally, I incorporated a photo of flower, which I took, similar to the concept on the front cover, to keep the main design elements consistent across all materials. To represent the 6 members of Auxiliary Heroes, I added 6 unique colors to 6 flowers in Photoshop. Each color symbolizes a different member, giving a personal touch to the design. To add a bit more depth to the poster, I included a fun effect in the center, labeling a black and white image underneath. This design choice has 2 key meanings. First, the black and white image, it maintains consistency with the bunny cover, creating a cohesive visual style between the two pieces. Second, the black and white inner image subtly reflects the natural black hair of the Auxiliary Heroes members, symbolizing their culture and national identity, which is Korean. This layered approach adds both aesthetic and symbolic depth to the poster, connecting it to bands like roots in a meaningful way. And this is my final poster design. Through the use of broken glass, stone paper, and the combination of color and black and white elements, I was able to create a unified theme across all my designs, including the album cover, bemney, and poster. These shared features tie the designs together visually and conceptually, highlighting both construct and cohesion.